Good morning. My name's Ryan Littlestone from forexflow.live. This week, we're just going to have a little run back over what's happened in the past week and what we're going to look for going forward. Now, the main thing that's happened over the past week, the end of last week, coming into this week, is a drop back further in the volatility. One of the things that the metrics I use or the assets I use is the VIX index. This is one that shows, pretty much how fear is playing out in the market. We've looked at this previously, and if you look at the chart here, it's just a shorter term chart. We can see how we've had the big spike up into sort of the 80s, really high multi-year highs for this fear index, if you like. That's come right back down now. We're around about the 40s area. So it's shown some of that volatility coming off through everything that's gone on in the past couple of weeks. Now, what we are seeing now is we're seeing that level stabilise a bit now, and we need to see whether it comes back forward or whether we see spikes in between. My thinking is that at the moment, what we're going to see is more localised volatility. So rather than a general market theme of everyone being scared, everyone being fearful, running to safety, what we're going to see now is individual countries and individual areas, if you like, getting into the risk picture. So we're going to see easing off in some countries perhaps, and we're going to see spikes in others. To put that into some sort of context, we can look today at Japan. They've enacted emergency measures now. They've announced their spending bill and what they're going to do to combat the virus. They're going into sort of looking towards a lockdown, but we've heard this morning from Japan's Abe that it's not a full-on lockdown like in other countries. He wants to keep the transport system running. He wants to keep the economy running. So it's not a full steam lockdown like we've seen in other countries. What that's done, it's put the fear into the yen at the moment. So we're seeing the yen sold off across the board. That's helped dollar yen gain into the 109 area. We've seen the crosses also jumping higher. So that's part of this localized volatility, if you like. On the other side, we're seeing stock markets rally today because there's signs across Europe that the cases of the virus are dropping. Whether we can rely on that at the moment, but the market is taking each day as it comes. So if we get good news, it's good news, and markets are rallying. So that seems to be the theme at the moment. That's not particularly helping the euro dollar, which is again down on sort of the lows that it's been of last week, down towards the 107.80, 70 area. So there's a push and a pull from all different areas coming in now, and that's what we've got to focus on. Another thing in the mix is oil, and everything that's going on with the oil markets this week is going to be big for OPEC and the OPEC Plus meetings. So that's exerting its pressure in oil markets particularly, and of course commodity-related currencies. If you look at one bonkers currency at the moment, it's dollar CAD. That is just all over the place at the moment. It's up, it's down, it's following oil one minute, it's not following oil next minute. So again, there's volatility there that's just being pulled and pushed from anywhere else and all different aspects. So how do we trade all this? The simple way to trade all this is just to plot your levels on your chart. Look at the wider levels and concentrate on intraday levels. They're providing some good trading opportunities because you can see the levels developing, on the 15-minute, the 30-minute charts. That provides you your support and resistance during the day, and you can trade off those. And if you match those up against some of the bigger levels, then perhaps, that's when you look to enter a trade. Just picking one off the top of my head, cable is one. We've got a fairly decent level developed now at 122, a level that I was looking at before. Extends down to about 121, sort of 90, 95. But we're seeing that level hold, and now we're back above 123 and seeing where we go up above. So pretty much pick your levels, try and get in between all the different volatility that's going on, and just trade safely. And I wish you good luck this week.